right? What is this one? You see in the morning, Oliver, good boy. Good boy, Oliver. Good boy. Good boy, Oliver. Good boy. Good boy. Alright? My boy? Boy? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Vem cá. Vem cá. Para a chuva. Vem aqui dentro do carro. Come aqui dentro do carro. Não precisa te molhar. Entra aqui. Tá chovendo. Tá chovendo. Entra aí pra dentro. Entra aí pra dentro pra comer. Vem cá, baixinho. Chuvinha, hein? É nossa. É isso aí, gente. Com sol, com chuva. Estava vindo pra cá e fazer entrega, fazer nosso roteiro. Infelizmente, deu um temporal aí. Nós não podemos deixar ele sem comer. Ó, entra aqui. Entra aí dentro, tá chovendo. Não te molha. Não te molha. Entra aí dentro, tem comida aí dentro. Isso, entra aí. Come aí dentro. Coisa mais linda, né, gente? Olha aí. Vem me agradecer aqui, hein? Vem me agradecer, Nini? Vem me agradecer, Nini? Ai, vem me agradecer por comer. Ai, que coisa mais fofa. Olha.
Mira cómo bebe ahora. Así, así. Ya no.
Esto es todo lo mismo que nosotros otro día.
Dale, dale, payito. Habrá pasado un poquito. Este mira cómo chupa. María coge confianza.
Chupa con un garcino.
Most everyone at this point has probably seen the meme or the T-shirt or the text expression of implying boys and men should just be happy that women only want equality and not revenge. That is the most uninformed, uneducated, and absolutely pathetic behavior, attitude, ideology to subscribe to. Because in reality, as Chris Williamson is posting right here, it is quite the opposite, that women should be thrilled that we who have the muscle mass, who provide the infrastructure, aren't seeking revenge, as they would put it, for the past 60-some years of abuse. Men aren't seen as having problems, but as being the problem. And that is the linchpin of their whole abusive, toxic masculinity and every other trite expression that doesn't mean anything. He goes on to state, suicide rates among men under 30 have risen by 40% since 2010 and are 4 times higher than among young women. But you don't hear the outcry. You only hear idiots like Hillary Clinton stating, "Oh, it's women that suffer more at the loss of men." Her infamous, war damages women quote versus the actual men who are the soldiers who have died or been maimed. Men are less likely than women to go to college or buy a home. Anybody ever attempted to go to college and try to get a grant, scholarship? Yeah, they mostly go to women. In addition to that, there has been academic papers published that demonstrate for a fact that it is women who get preferential grading, not only in college, but throughout their scholastic career, for lack of a better definition. Male suicide accounts for as many deaths as breast cancer, and that doesn't even touch on the fact that men also, are susceptible to both breast cancer and prostate cancer, both of which are underfunded and not taken seriously. They are more likely to be lonely and more vulnerable to addiction. Yeah, that's possible. It's something that I don't face. My personal thing is that I prefer to be alone than be associated with murderous leftists, especially those who dispense the Are you a Christian? Even though I hold very Marxist and, feminist ideologies? Let's see. Young white men from lower income homes are worse off than their fathers on almost every economic and social indicator. There is a bigger gender gap on campuses today than in 1972 when the government passed Title IX to prevent sex-based discrimination in education, but today the disparities in college enrollment, misspelled enrollment, and performance are the only other way around. Now, this is something I want to touch on, and I'm going to be as concise as possible. Title IX did away in 2012 of due process in favor of preponderance of the evidence under Obama. It was reinstituted by Biden because Trump removed it, and it has infected our current legal system. It needs to end. Due process is the linchpin to our society.
Here's the special tool my husband made. We'll show you the rest of it after she gets down. Let's go. Here we go. Let's roll.
Here we go. Should we put this in second gear?
Yeah.
Of course we should. We'll try anything once, twice if we like. Okay, here we go.
Go.
She totally came flying back up the hill.
Awesome.
This one is, if you're not familiar, MGTOW. It's an acronym for Men Going Their Own Way. There is this concept that women have no desire nor interest or ability to be traditional. You've seen it with the polls on the street. We don't need men. Even the View, those gargantuan, whatevers, mocked men. And so you got this mentality of choosing bears, of embracing adult content themed video work as the ultimate expression of feminist ideology. But yet all of these women still want a traditional man. They call you names if you want them to be traditional, and they will call you names if you aren't traditional yourself. Seriously, they're incapable of comprehending the hypocrisy, the double standard. So, men aren't women's protectors, and they're not their provider, they're not their sex object. It's rejecting culturally imposed stereotypes, roles, prejudice, laws, negative attitudes, and it stands for self-protection. One of the things that I constantly advise is the maintaining some kind of body surveillance, if not, also home surveillance, because the gynocentric laws favor women so much that they can get away with attempted murder. I mean, I just posted a video recently of the woman in Michigan who is being charged to be sentenced of 6 years for murdering a 10-year-old boy. The 340-pound no-neck murdered a 10-year-old boy, and she hasn't even been sentenced yet. But she's only going to get at max which means it's going to be 3 years or less. Then you got Melody Johnson out of Arizona, who spent nearly a year attempting to poison her husband via his morning coffee. She got 3 years probation. The legal system doesn't take men seriously, which is too bad because this man befriended an ailing 85-year-old neighbor. He took care of her in her final days. I had a similar personal experience nearly 2 years ago. My neighbor was in his mid-70s and was having severe medical issues, which after the course of about 7 months, he did die. But, I drove him to the hospital, went and visited him. And that's not to take away from what this man is doing. It's to indicate that that is what men do. And that is to reinforce what the MGTOW is stating. We're withdrawing services and abilities because we're being penalized for them. And society is, if it sinks, it sinks. If it swims, it swims. We don't care anymore. I've already lived in the woods. I don't care. I've built things from scratch. And I would suggest that you all be able to do the same.
Dad, just go. Go. Go before he gets wide.
Hey, come here. Hey.
Go.
Go.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on.
Mom, go sit down.
Huh? Come on. Oh my God. Come on. Come on. Careful.
Come on, baby.
Oh my God. I don't know. Come here. Come on. Oh. Come on. Get into the back.
Baby.
Careful.
Gotta get in the truck.